Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another review and discussion where we talk about episodes for different TV shows. And this discussion and review is on Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 1 premiere. So, yeah, let's get into it.
So this, I haven't heard otherwise, but it kind of, most TV shows go for a six season run. So I feel like this may be the last season. I don't know. If it's successful, they may go for a seventh. But I just feel like the more popular TV shows, or the most successful TV shows, go for 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Only like cartoons and stuff like Simpsons and South Park and go for longer.
Mm-hmm.
So we got off with a bang. With this first episode, we started with a bang, as they say, because we had a massive zombie invasion, unlike any other episode.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about people saying, like, Fear the Walking Dead, if you watch that, there wasn't as many zombies as people had hoped, and in this, there was just thousands
Holy
and thousands,
cow.
and so
Yeah.
that's why people are now saying, like, oh, this is why, because Walking Dead was saving it for their premiere.
They even in like the pilot episode when Rick goes into Atlanta, and there wasn't even as many zombies there. It feels like as there were in this episode. There was a lot.
There was a scene in one of the earlier episodes where they are driving in a car and they run into a huge herd.
Oh god! Okay, first spoilers. Second, I haven't started the timer yet.
Okay.
We'll just let's shorten it. Let's shorten it to 9 minutes.
Right. Yeah. So
we just are so excited we forgot to start it. Okay, there we go. All right.
But they kind of go into another herd, and that herd wasn't that big because it was all like CGI.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly this herd of zombies is like most of them are makeup. And stuff, so the expenses.
They have big budget for the makeup department because they have so many different like designs. I mean, there's almost no generic zombies. I mean, they all have every zombie has some sort of distinctive feature, whether they've got like a loose ear like hanging off or like their lower jaw is hanging slack.
Yeah.
But so I was just really impressed that even with this many zombies, they still were able to make each and every zombie look unique and distinctive, and it was just crazy to see all these zombies. And so, the central story of the episode is, they're trying to do something with these zombies. I mean, at first they were all contained in this gorge, surrounded by like trucks and cliffs, so that they couldn't get out. But for some reason, Rick and the group came up with a plan to move the zombies somewhere else. I mean, can you think of a reason why?
I guess they're moving them away from Alexandria, so they're not as much of a threat. But, I mean, I felt like they could have just built up walls. I mean, the sound may have drawn in more zombies, but the zombies just fall right into the pit with the others. So, I think it was just honestly for a cool premiere. I don't think it was really a big deal.
But
with the rest of the season, except to add to this big zombie attack.
Yeah, I think they just wanted a lot of zombies in this premiere episode. But I'm just confused about like where the zombies came from, because it looks like someone put them there. Because the trucks are like angled out of way, so that zombies can't escape, and it just seems like. I mean, I'm thinking it's the wolves.
Yeah,
put them there on purpose, but for what reason? And why does Rick feel like they need to move them somewhere else? I don't know.
And it seems like the wolves know how to control zombies pretty well too, because they have all their little traps and stuff, and they. Yeah, they know how to control big herds.
So, I mean, maybe the wolves will like retaliate against Rick for moving their zombies, but I'm just confused about what the whole thing is. But I mean, we did get some clarification with the flashbacks, the black and white flashbacks.
So it sort of starts off with Rick with a speech, and these black and white flashbacks are sort of just going to where the last season ended, right when he is seen by Morgan, and it kind of goes from there, I guess, about Rick is trying to decide on how to take over Alexandria, sort of, I guess. Try and make everybody better and trained and find the weak ones and the strong ones. And in that time period, he finds this huge zombie herd, and
yeah, we figure out more about what their plan is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in these flashbacks, we see that Morgan is kind of concerned about Rick because Morgan hasn't seen Rick since he was insane. So I mean, I doubt he remembers much from then. But just in general, even since then, Rick has changed a lot, and Morgan is just concerned about how much Rick has changed. And kind of he's not the Rick that Morgan knows anymore.
Yeah,
and that just makes him a little worried.
Because Rick kind of mentioned to Morgan that he doesn't take risks anymore, and Morgan agreed with that. But you can see at parts where, like, Rick says, like, lets those zombies attack all the people that were building the wall out apart. In one of the back flashes.
Flashbacks.
Back flashes. Okay. Morgan kind of looks over at Rick and says, "Oh, you don't take risks anymore," and stuff. And so you could tell there's kind of some contention between them.
So the question is if it'll, like, if Morgan later in the season will openly confront Rick and there will be like a face-off between them, or if Morgan will, just kind of do what Rick says but kind of not completely agree with what he's doing. And we kind of got a glimpse of Rick's more serious nature because in the flashbacks we saw conflict between him and Carter. I think Carter was the guy who was in charge of the construction. And so Carter decides that Rick is a danger to the people of Alexandria, and so he wants to kill him off. But
he wants to become, I guess, in charge. Sort of get rid of Rick's
he just wants Rick gone. So, but then by the end, Carter realizes that Rick is the is the best thing for his people. Yeah, and then he ends up getting eaten by zombies. Yeah. So
pretty pathetic zombie too, stuck in a tree.
I know,
gets killed. So
there's I mean, Carter's not the first person to have been pathetically killed by a zombie that they easily could have escaped. I mean, the zombie grabs him like around a tree, and then like. Carter doesn't even look like he's struggling.
I guess it sort of shows that Carter was just a weak person in general, that he was a baby,
he just kind of like gave up, I guess.
I feel like that's one of the main ways people die in Walking Dead.
They're just
weak little random parts.
Yeah. But so we got to see, I mean, I felt like that Carter conflict made it a little more interesting. But by the end, we had this massive. They were, on way moving this massive horde of zombies. I think they said 20 miles away.
Yeah.
And then right after Carter dies, a horn starts blowing or honking. I couldn't tell if it was like a car horn or a train horn or what.
Sort of like a semi anything. I don't know.
Yeah, but basically it starts honking. And it starts drawing all the zombies away, and it totally ruins their whole plan. It starts drawing all the zombies away from the
direction
to
get away from
Alexandria, and it starts drawing them straight towards Alexandria. So the what we're wondering is who is honking the horn. Because no one that we know of was left at Alexandria.
We've thought maybe the wolves. I've seen some things about it being just maybe some of the people of Alexandria. Don't know why they would want to do that.
I mean, the wolves are scavengers, right? So I don't see why they had to draw attention to themselves. You'd think if they wanted to scavenge, they would go in while everyone is gone and then just take whatever they wanted and leave. I mean, that's what makes me think it might not be the wolves, is because they're drawing attention. I mean, maybe they want the zombies to come to Alexandria so that they can't live there anymore, and so that they have a less chance of surviving, a smaller chance of surviving, so the wolves can kill them later or something. I don't know. We'll see. Even with an extended hour episode, they spent so much time on flashbacks that we didn't see a whole lot of what was happening in the present.
And then I guess just the whole episode overall, we just got to see a little bit of each character. Just Carol still faking being this nice, cute little lady that just knows how to bake.
Yeah.
And got to see Daryl just riding on a motorcycle, I guess, in a huge herds chasing after him, all casual and stuff.
We see Abraham kind of I don't know, going crazy a little bit. Yeah. I mean, he's just kind of getting bloodlust, I guess, for zombies. Cool. And then we just saw a little bit of each character.
Some Eugene and stuff.
More Eugene. I mean, so yeah. We'll see how those characters develop the rest of the season. But our timer's out, so now we'll think of what we want to give it, and I'll start and give it I'll give it an 8 because it was a good episode. I mean, just the whole zombies, just the mass. It's just cool seeing so many zombies and their elaborate plan. I liked watching it, and the fact that it was going well, was impressive. And the fact that we got to see a little of each character, and the flashbacks, and the Carter versus Rick, and the fact that we're already seeing characters change was just really interesting. My only negatives about it is that I feel like they spent too much time on the flashbacks, and I think that's really the only negative thing I had with it is that they spent so much time on the flashbacks. What do you think?
I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think it was a great Walking Dead episode. Usually they all are pretty good, but this was a really good premiere. Probably not as good as last season's premiere because that one was just crazy with everybody killing each other.
That was the prison one, or the
escaping when they escape.
The Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, yeah.
Sanctuary? What is it called? Terminus.
Terminus, yeah. When they're escaping Terminus. That was a pretty cool, crazy episode. So it's hard to compete with that, but just the mass of the episode, so much money was probably put into that, and
it paid off, yeah. It was impressive.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel.
Make sure to look forward to future review and discussion videos. Tell us what you thought about the latest episode in the comments, and we hope you stick with us for our other review and discussion videos.
Thanks for watching.
Bye!